Are still up for grabs, which leaves Buffalo's football fans wondering where the team and the stadium could end up. Some fans are taking matters into their own hands by placing the stadium where they think it should go, on cyberspace, of course, and sharing their thoughts on social media. We're joined right now by the creator of the new website on 19ideas.com, Dan Gigante. Dan, how did you come up with this idea? It is a hit.
I just had the idea mostly for my own purposes because, like everyone, I've got an idea where I think it should go, and I wondered if it should fit. So at first I took a screenshot and I cut out the stadium and placed it. But since I'm a web developer, so I knew I could make a site to do that pretty easily with the Google Maps API. And I showed it to some friends, and they wanted to place it themselves. So I decided to allow everyone to submit where they think it should go. And it's been a lot of fun seeing where people want to go.
So did you think when you had this idea that it was going to blow up? Because, you know, we're having you on this morning because it just has been an absolute hit. There's so many people placing things in realistic and kind of absurd locations. Did you think this was going to kind of blow up?
Well, there's been a lot of talk about it, right? So I had the idea back in March, and I just didn't have the time to finish it and polish it up for everyone to use. But then recently, in the last couple of weeks, it's all I hear about on GR and you know, news stations. Everyone's talking about where it should go. So I thought, all right, I got to just focus and button this up and put it out there. I didn't know how many people would use it. We've had about 1,200 submissions so far. So.
All right, so when I played with it, I, of course, just put it in my backyard, which it did fit. But there were a lot of other locations that were widely considered. And we have some of the top 3 most popular locations to look at right now. Our first one is from Chris Bird. Where is this location?
This, I think, is in Sloan. And again, you can add a few sentences to your when you submit it. So he described why he thought it should go here. Personally, not a fan of this location, but we rank based on the likes, shares, and tweets, and this is the top so far.
And that one, we do believe, has 36 shares. The next one we want to talk about is from Charlie Flash 23. This idea has the most page views at 1,200 page views and also 31 shares. Again, it looks like they didn't just plop it over buildings this time.
Yeah, I like this spot, although this is where the new Riverbend, which is part of the Buffalo Billion, is going, I believe. So, unfortunately, I don't know that this is, unless they change plans with the state and everything, but it could fit, which is, again, one of the neat things about this feature is you have an idea where it could go, and this shows you if it actually could fit.
And you're basing the size based on Ralph Wilson Stadium, correct?
Yeah, I cut out Ralph Wilson. I also took out, I have Heinz Field, which is a newer stadium. It's smaller and more accurate to what our new stadium might be. And Lucas Oil Field, Lucas Oil Stadium, which is in Indianapolis. It's a retractable roof, which might be what they place here. So it's, again, maybe a little more accurate to the size.
Okay, so we have some options here. Our third one that we're going to look at right now, our last one, also has a lot of shares. It has 941 page views, and it's kind of near the water, right, Dan?
Yeah, I think this actually might be on top of Coca-Cola Field, which is an interesting idea. Obviously, we'd have to do some work there to I guess, demolish the stadium, but it kind of shows that, again, it could fit there. We already have a stadium there, maybe instead of building a second one. I think that was the person's description here.
You know, we're just about out of time, but I have to ask, you know, we've seen some real things that could work. What have you seen the most absurd placement? Anything that kind of comes to your mind?
Someone put it on the Peace Bridge and made a joke about having, you know, the 50-yard line at the you know, the middle where it's the both.
So it's in half.
Yeah, so it'd be like international.
US.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some traffic problems with that idea.
Yeah, I think
Imagine
so.
the tie-ups then.
Yeah.
All right, where can people go to, if they have an idea of put the stadium, where can they go?
Yeah, it's 19ideas.com/stadium.
And of course, it's all just for fun, just for speculation, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much,
Thanks.
Dan, for coming in on the holiday. We appreciate it. We're going to take a break right now. When we come back, we'll be